And I just want to remind you guys really quick, if you have emotions that make you feel uneasy, if you have emotions that make you feel anxiety, if you have negative thoughts that run through your mind, the only thing this is your higher self trying to point out to you that you're not in alignment with yourself. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is going to be a quick video for the full moon in Scorpio, just kind of get this general understanding and feeling of what is coming through. I was not planning on filming this video, I just felt this calling to sit down with you guys for a minute and talk about what's going on, talk about these feelings coming up. I'm channeling some messages that are very strong, and I feel that a lot of you are needing guidance at this time. So I just wanted to pop on really quick and pull a few cards, kind of see what's going on, talk you guys through some really deep emotions and feelings you may be experiencing. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into this. Alright, well, we have the moon card. This really wanted to speak. There may be this kind of murky water of the unknown around us right now. Things may be surfacing for us right now, and although they may be uncomfortable, this is going to be for our highest good. This is ultimately going to uncover things for us that we've been seeking. And although it may feel mysterious, it may be a little bit scary, it may be a little bit uncomfortable, this full moon is going to illuminate things for us that may have been hidden, that may have been deeply suppressed within. Don't be so hard on yourself, because this is a chapter that you're ultimately going through in order to evolve, in order to expand, in order to face some of your darkest fears, to realize that all along this was for your highest good. Okay, so we do have this moon card here, and this is pretty amazing because this is signifying that we are here to talk about this full moon. And may we have guidance for this full moon energy and what we should expect in this upcoming month. Okay, here we go, Queen of Swords. So some advice here coming through is very strongly to cut ties with things that are holding you back. In another sense of what I was getting from this moon card here is you may have some energy lingering around you, and it may be some sort of somebody that's trying to hold you back, just in your energy, in your space, maybe at work, maybe at school, but somebody in your space that low-key is like sending you negative energy, or is low-key depleting you of energy, draining you. It may be somebody that you deeply care for, it may be somebody that you haven't had the courage to cut ties with. But this Queen of Swords here next to the moon card, what this is asking us is to let go and cut ties with things that are holding us back, with things that don't make us feel safe, with things that don't bring out the light in us. So if something's bringing out the darkness within you, it's time to cut ties with this and to set it free so that we may move forward on our journey, so that we may expand. So I'm going to show you guys up close really quick. With this energy here, it's like we may be in this proximity of somebody that is projecting negative energy on us or draining us of our energy, and this is asking us to be mindful that we don't give it too much focus and attention, paying more attention to our truth in our journey so that we can continue moving forward. And this Queen of Swords is really asking us that we do, come through with our truth, be authentic, face how you feel. Okay. Alright, can we get a clarification on this Queen of Swords? What is some more advice here for this full moon in Scorpio? Alright, so we're being asked to cut ties from things that are depleting us, things that are not inspiring us, things that are not loving us, things that are not filling our cup. What type of energy can we expect from this full moon? All right, King of Swords. So when I see the Queen of Swords and the King of Swords together, it's kind of this sense of this is a very intense energy. This is somebody that has a lot of power, but this is somebody that has a lot of truth to bring forward. So with the Queen of Swords and the King of Swords here together, it's like we may feel this sense of being a little bit more cold than usual, or they're both bringing in a very powerful and direct energy. So you may be feeling a little bit distant from people. You may be feeling a little bit more like, not cold-hearted, but a little bit more standoffish. So I would say here, be very mindful of what you're giving thought to right now, because I feel like you're very in your mind. And I feel like you're making a lot of things crystal clear. So for some of you, that may be really putting your foot down on things that need to be cleansed out from your space, removing things out of your space that are no longer, helping you grow, no longer helping you spiritually evolve. I feel that you're making a lot of room here to allow yourself to expand, cutting things out that are kind of in your way. Like, you're no longer putting up with things that are slowing you down. I feel like you're at this point where you may have been going back and forth on something, and maybe something's really been holding you back. Maybe you feel like something's really been slowing you down. I feel like you are at this point now where you're shining light on these really deep and dark things that maybe you were afraid to face, but you're putting a lot of focus on them now. You're really highlighting what needs to be addressed right now. Even if it's uncomfortable, it's something that really needs to happen. So you're getting very clear about what it is you need to remove right now, what it is you need to cleanse from your space. And although this may be very painful and it may be very intense, it's something that ultimately needs to happen in order to regain your power, to regain your strength, and to really step forward on this next chapter. Alright, Six of Swords here. So whatever you're letting go of, whatever you are promising yourself, is something that you're really ready to commit to. You're really ready to leave something behind, and you're really ready to let all of these, you're really ready to let all of these things that are being illuminated for you. It's like very crystal clear of what it is you need to remove. And you're really taking the time to face these things. So yes, it may be very uncomfortable, and yes, it may be very irritating and kind of have you feeling on edge here with this Queen of Swords, King of Swords, very cutthroat energy, very irritated. It's like, not to say Aquarius get irritated easily, but it's like that energy of like, I'm not putting up with your stupidity. We're going to make things really clear here, and I need to let something go to move forward. And if that's a person, if that's a job, if that's a hobby, if that's whatever that may be for you, you're making things very crystal clear. And that word keeps coming up. So it's like you're seeing things very clearly. Things are really coming up for you. All right. This feels like something that you've wanted to leave behind for a while now. This seems like something, whether that even be a bad habit, a toxic trait, a bad habit, a person, a friend, a family member, a job. This want to change locations, this want to need to move. It's really being faced right now, and let's see what this is. And with the Four of Cups here next to the Six of Swords, is it kind of hurting right now? Is it kind of getting us into our feelings? Are we regretting things? Are we overthinking things? Probably. But is this all for, and I'm going to come back over here to this Moon card, is this all for the best of our highest being? Is this all so that we can become more enlightened, and that we can, radiate brighter? All this inner work that we've been doing, it's also that we can evolve and move forward. Here with the Hermit card, we're facing really deep things right now. We're probably in our mind a lot more than usual. If you're an extrovert, maybe you notice you've been a little more introverted. If you're an introvert, maybe you've noticed you've been even more introverted. Especially these past few weeks leading up to this full moon. You know, we know that we may be facing some things that are uncomfortable. We know that when we go within and we get to the bottom of what's happening, we can truly find solutions to move forward. With the Six of Swords, it's like, okay, now I'm starting to see why this all had to happen. With the Four of Cups, are you probably emotional right now? Are you probably irritated with others? Alright, so let's go ahead. Any more advice for this full moon? We're going to pick 2 more cards here. See what comes up. So the main things that I would say here for this full moon, we have the Eight of Cups as well. It's like, what are we facing right now and how are we transitioning? What are we leaving behind? What is coming up for us right now that may have felt hidden from us? It's like something that we see and we're just kind of like, what am I going to do with this? And then it's knowing that you need to go within to heal something, trying not to be completely irritated by, you know, everything going on around you. It's trying to process a lot at once, really. There's a lot going on here. We're feeling a lot. We're seeing a lot. And we're trying not to say a lot because we don't really want to, you know, offend others, because what we see and what we feel don't always align with our heart. So we're doing a lot of inner work right now, and we are healing from really deep wounds and a lot of trauma, but also trying to be mindful of how we express that. So a lot of us, you know, resort to going inward. A lot of us want to be alone right now. A lot of us are trying to process everything that's it feels like a lot of wave, you know? With the Six of Swords, it's like, what do I need to say goodbye to? What keeps coming up for me that I keep trying to, you know, decline? Or what keeps coming up to me that I keep trying to ignore? It's like, you know, I need to face some of this, because it feels like it keeps getting heavier and heavier, and every time you come and look at it, you know, every time you try to deny it, it comes knocking at your door even more intensely. So this is kind of like this wake-up call, like, what am I going to leave behind once and for all? And, you know, what I'm going to leave behind is something that doesn't make me feel good. It's something that doesn't bring out my light. It's something that depletes me. It's something that doesn't fill up my cup. It's something that I'm ready to walk away from. And it's something that I'm ready to say goodbye to. It's something that I know I have to walk away from because it's not aligning with my soul and my purpose. So we're going to end this reading here with one more card. Don't forget to put your crystals outside tonight. Let them charge. Alright, let's go ahead and get our final card here. Last card for this reading. How awesome would it be if it was the Death card, to just signify how intense this energy is. But it's pretty awesome here with this Eight of Cups, because I feel that you're really committing to leaving something behind. And for some of you, this is a strong want or feeling or need to really, you know, move, to change something very major in your life. It takes a lot of courage to walk away from something that you put a lot of time, love, and effort into. It is very admirable that you guys are doing a lot of this inner work to realize what is really weighing down heavy on you, and to release yourself from, how funny, right? As soon as I say release yourself, the Fool jumps up. To release yourself from things that are contradicting your soul's purpose. So here with the Fool card, we can't have this extra weight on our shoulders moving forward. Like I said earlier, it's going to be personal and unique for everybody, this transformation that we're going through, this sense that our foundation is being shaken up. But it's ultimately, like we were saying, to have this Moon card here and the Fool card, we're going from the first to the last sign. So we're finishing a cycle here. We're completing something. And although it may feel very heavy and mysterious and kind of like a little bit scary right now because of uncertainty, It's gonna feel so great once you decide to leave whatever it is behind that is making you feel so heavy, whatever is making you feel so uncomfortable. And I just want to remind you guys really quick, if you have emotions that make you feel uneasy, if you have emotions that make you feel anxiety, if you have negative thoughts that run through your mind, the only thing this is your higher self trying to point out to you that you're not in alignment with yourself. So if you're feeling anything negative, if you're feeling something uneasy, all your soul is doing for you is pointing out somewhere in your life that needs change, somewhere in your life that needs transformation. So with the moon card being the first card I picked, strongest card, strongest energy present with us, what are we going to face? What are we going to heal from? How are we going to move forward from this change, from this transformation? And I think it's pretty amazing that we started with the moon card and we're ending with the Fool card, because we're finally having this courage to face things that we don't always feel comfortable, diving head into or facing head on. And having that courage to really complete this cycle and knowing and trusting that the only reason we're doing this work is so that we can set ourselves free. So that we can really be who we're destined to be. So that we can really feel the strength of who we are within. Because who we are is enough. It's the story that we're telling ourselves that makes us feel unworthy. Alright, so I'm going to leave it at that. That was just a quick message that I had pop in here. So I do wish you guys a very happy full moon in Scorpio. Go take a bath tonight, charge your crystals, take it easy, relax, do some meditation. If you guys want to speak with me one-on-one, feel free to message me. All my information is below if you want to book a private reading with me. I am very curious to see how you guys are individually feeling this full moon energy. So feel free to comment below and let me know what's going on. Alright guys, I love you guys. I hope you guys have a wonderful, happy full moon. And I hope that it's intense in the best way. Alright guys, I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Take care.